Alright, let's not waste a single second. We are talking about XRP shooting past $10 in the coming months, marking an absolutely massive 800% gain from where we are right now. The sleeping giant is awakening, and the whales are already positioning themselves for this move. This isn't some hopeful prediction. We're seeing the foundational shifts happening right now that will send XRP going parabolic beyond anything you've ever imagined. Mark my words, the time has come. Let's start with this interesting article from Brave New Coin, titled Ripple News Today. AMINA Bank partners with Ripple to launch RLUSD services, boosting Ripple reach and XRP utility. This, my friends, is absolutely massive news. The article states, Ripple has taken a significant step in expanding its footprint in regulated finance through a new partnership with Switzerland-based AMINA Bank. Announced on July 3, 2025, AMINA Bank has become the first globally licensed bank to offer custody and trading support for RLUSD, Ripple's US dollar-pegged stablecoin. This collaboration signals a pivotal move toward merging blockchain innovation with traditional banking infrastructure. Boom. Did you hear that? The #1 globally licensed bank offering custody and trading for RLUSD. This is exactly what we've been talking about, folks. This is the real-world utility coming to fruition. This isn't just some small partnership. This is Switzerland, a global financial hub, embracing Ripple's vision. The article continues, RLUSD enters regulated European finance. AMINA Bank, regulated by Switzerland's FINMA and operating in Abu Dhabi and Hong Kong, has launched institutional-grade custody and trading services for RLUSD. 3. This development positions Ripple's stablecoin within a compliant European framework, offering XRP users and enterprise clients access to a trusted liquidity instrument backed one-to-one by US dollars and short-term treasuries. This is huge for regulatory clarity. We've been screaming about this for years. FINMA regulated. Abu Dhabi. Hong Kong. This isn't some backroom deal. This is mainstream adoption staring us right in the face. This is the bridge between traditional finance and our beautiful blockchain ecosystem, being built right before our very eyes. And what does a trusted liquidity instrument backed by US dollars and short-term treasuries do? It brings in the institutional whales. Mark my words, they are watching this very closely. This partnership also strengthens RLUSD's global reach. The stablecoin has already secured approvals from regulatory bodies including the New York Department of Financial Services and Dubai Financial Services Authority. Ripple's entry into Europe via AMINA aligns with evolving regulatory standards such as the EU's Markets in Crypto Assets (MiCA) framework. Do you see the pattern here? Regulatory approvals left, right, and center. New York, Dubai. Now Europe with MiCA. This isn't just a stablecoin. This is a compliant, globally accepted stablecoin powered by the Ripple ecosystem. This is a strategic chess move that puts Ripple leagues ahead of the competition. Ripple eyes institutional growth with RLUSD. With over $430 million in circulating supply, RLUSD remains modest in size compared to USDC or UST, but it benefits from growing institutional demand for compliant, bank-grade stablecoins. And there it is, the money shot. Institutional demand for compliant, bank-grade stablecoins. The whales aren't looking for meme coins. They're looking for stability, compliance, and utility. RLUSD delivers on all fronts, and AMINA Bank is the perfect vehicle to drive that adoption. AMINA's integration of RLUSD signals Ripple's broader push to serve the needs of regulated institutions. By embedding RLUSD into cross-border treasury operations and tokenized asset platforms, Ripple enhances the utility of its ecosystem and expands the use cases for XRP. This is the key, my friends. Expanded use cases for XRP. The more RLUSD is used, the more the underlying XRP ledger is utilized, and the more valuable XRP becomes. It's a symbiotic relationship, a beautiful dance between innovation and adoption. Now, let's pivot to another absolutely critical piece of news, which addresses some recent FUD from AMB Crypto, titled Ripple CEO confirms Linqto owns 4.7M shares, but denies any direct sale. Ripple, XRP, has found itself in another legal crossfire between Linqto, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and the Department of Justice, DOJ. Okay, first reaction. FUD alert. But hold your horses, Gold Rush fam. Let's read deeper. According to a Wall Street Journal report, Linqto platform allegedly flouted securities law. The platform allowed retail investors to buy private shares in big startups before they go public, IPO. So, this isn't about XRP, the digital asset. This is about private shares in Ripple, the company, sold through a third-party platform called Linqto. This is a crucial distinction that some mainstream media outlets are conveniently overlooking. Ripple CEO clarifies Linqto relations. Per the report, Linqto bought Ripple's private shares from the secondary market and sold them to non-accredited investors. In fact, it allegedly sold even to investors from sanctioned countries at higher values. This is where Brad Garlinghouse, our fearless leader, steps in to set the record straight. Clarifying Ripple's stance on the matter, the CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, distanced the company from Linqto and said, "What we know from our records is Linqto owns 4.7 shares of Ripple, solely purchased on the secondary market from other Ripple shareholders, never directly from Ripple." There it is. Never directly from Ripple. This is paramount. Ripple itself had no direct involvement in these specific share sales by Linqto. This is Linqto's issue, not Ripple's, and certainly not XRP's. This is a clear separation, folks. The narrative that some are trying to push, linking this directly to XRP, is pure garbage. Garlinghouse added that the 4.7 million shares of Ripple owned by Linqto from early shareholders had appreciated considerably. This is actually good news for the value of Ripple, the company, even amidst this Linqto drama. It shows the underlying strength and growth of Ripple's private equity. However, the firm was blocked from Ripple shares' secondary markets in 2024 for growing skepticism. Ripple was proactive. They saw something amiss and acted on it. This demonstrates their commitment to compliance and protecting their brand, and by extension, our beloved XRP. For perspective, the XRP token is different from Ripple shares 0.11 on a year-on-year basis. The Ripple private share has surged 320% and now trades at $91 per Hive data. This is the mic drop. XRP, the token, is distinct from Ripple, the company's shares 0.12, and look at that private share price. 320% surge year-on-year. The company itself is thriving, and that fundamental strength will eventually flow into XRP. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture for our beautiful XRP. Currently, the price of XRP is hovering around $2.22, with a 24-hour trading volume of approximately $3 billion and a market cap of around $131 billion. Now, I know some of you are looking at these numbers and thinking, where's the parabolic move, Spartacus? But look at this data here, folks. The circulating supply is around 59.07 billion, with a max supply of 100 billion. This limited supply, coupled with surging utility from partnerships like AMINA Bank, is a recipe for an absolute explosion. We've been tracking whale movements, and let me tell you, the smart money, the real whales, they're accumulating. They see the writing on the wall. They understand that these partnerships, this regulatory clarity, this real-world adoption, is the fuel for the rocket ship that is XRP. When you compare XRP's current performance to some other major cryptocurrencies, while it might appear to be consolidating, it's actually building immense pressure. This tightening price action is a precursor to an explosive move, mark my words. Technical analysis is screaming accumulation right now. We're seeing strong support levels being tested and holding firm, a sign that the bottom is in and the next leg up is imminent. My prediction, and mark my words, is that with this AMINA Bank partnership, the consistent regulatory wins, and the clear distinction being made on the Linqto FUD, XRP is poised for an absolutely massive breakout. We are talking about XRP easily hitting the $3 to $4 range in the very near future, and then, my friends, the real fun begins. I firmly believe we will see XRP soaring past $10 before the end of the year, potentially even touching $15 or $20. That's a 500 to 800% increase from current levels. This isn't just hopium. This is based on real-world utility, institutional adoption, and a clear path to regulatory clarity that no other crypto has. The groundwork has been laid, the seeds have been sown, and now, we are about to reap the rewards. So, what are you waiting for, Gold Rush fam? If you found this information as electrifying as I did, smash that like button right now. Seriously, hit it. It helps us bring you more of this absolutely massive content. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Gold Rush Crypto Daily channel and turn on those notifications so you never miss a single moment of these parabolic insights. Share this video with every single XRP holder you know. They need to hear this. And hey, while you're at it, check out our other videos. We've got a treasure trove of knowledge waiting for you. All right, Gold Rush fam, remember, this is Gold Rush Crypto Daily. And while I'm extremely bullish and confident in these predictions, this is not financial advice. The crypto market is volatile, and you should always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Stay safe out there, stay smart, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let's get this gold.